Hello, everybody. This is the next session of the Fast EFT Fireside Chats. And today, me and Susan are going to be discussing something that has touched Susan's life in the past week, and I'm sure has touched many of your lives. Hopefully not too many, but could happen. We're talking about suicide. And you want to take the boat?
Yeah, my cousin, my biological cousin, I was adopted. So my biological family, I do know them, and my cousin committed suicide. And I wanted to touch on this in case there's anyone out there suffering from depression. I know I've been there myself, and in the times that, at your lowest point, many of us have been at that point where we felt like the only option was to get out of this life. And my life is very much different now, but at one time I felt like that's all I could control. And I think that's where this stems from. I felt out of control in every area, but the one thing I could control was being here and my state of being. So in the midst of all of the anguish and that I had gone through, because it was more than once throughout my life until I found Fast EFT, I could not find a way out of the way that attempting it was something I did just one time, but there was so much romanticizing around that area. And when you start to, when you're at your lowest point, and that moment is the perfect time to reach out to a practitioner doing what we do, because talk therapy, I don't feel it's effective. And I certainly have had proof that Fast EFT is effective in my own life, for depression, for pain, any problem. So anyway, I wanted to put that out there just in case there are any of you struggling that might come across this or know somebody who is and maybe need of help. I want to, just put it out there that I'm here, Ilana's here, and rather than call a suicide hotline or go to, seek professional help, definitely. But maybe try something that would work for you, and it's possible that Faster EFT could, and it's worth a try anyway. So definitely reach out and get professional help, because I feel like this particular suicide could have been prevented, if not by me, by those close to him. He was not the type of person that talked about killing himself. He was an athlete, very much in shape, took care of himself. It wasn't like he spoke about killing himself. And like you were saying earlier, typically people don't say,
when
they just do it.
Right. When they're talking about it, it's in a good state, and then you can, talk with them and convince them out of it. It's people who actually go and do it without talking about it. That's what's
right. It came as a shock for the whole family. Now, and I'm more of the mindset these days that when we have these troubling emotions, it's best to recognize them within ourselves. So many of us are used to suppressing those down. I have clients that come to me and say, well, I'm having panic attacks, let's say that, for instance. It could be anything, but with panic attacks, they're having trouble because they've suppressed, and this is what they believe too, that suppressing those emotions down. So when they finally are recognized, they can be dealt with, and the memories that create those negative and unwanted emotions, and anything they label as bad, or the emotions. And I'm all about, just accepting them as in this moment as part of the experience, and thank you for what it has to teach you. And I don't think that's really common knowledge, but this is something I practice each day when and I tap. But there's a great shift in perception when you accept things, even though you label them as something that's not comfortable. moment, it's like they have to flee, or they have to, when I accept or embrace them and thank it, and I'm tapping on whatever it is that may have come to that, or the resources and proofs, that it just seems to shift. I might not get all the way out of it, but it significantly shifts for me. And anyway, I wanted to bring up the recognizing them is very important. I know as a child, when my father died, I didn't feel it then. I had repressed those emotions for many, many years and didn't deal with that till much later. And you'll know if you're doing this. It keeps kind of showing up in other people.
Yes.
Okay, so also understanding and being good to yourself in this way, and just being gentle with you and not judging yourself too harshly when you do recognize the emotions. Understanding is important, and it's better also if you have people in your life who can help you with, just support and understanding. Of course, you're not pushing it down anymore. Validating within yourself, okay, I feel this way, and it's okay to feel this way. I'm not broken, and I'm not, there's nothing I really need. This is how I feel, and to just really feel it. To feel it is to heal it. But it's when we don't feel it, and we come to that point where it's the lowest low, and you don't feel like you can get back up, and that's when suicide and things of that nature can, those kind of thoughts can come in. And last, just allowing the emotions, just allow them to be there. No, and get with somebody who you can talk to. And not to give you advice, but just to listen and to give an ear and say, hey, it's okay. It's okay. However, whatever needs to happen, just feel this, and we can move past it together. And I think that when we do that, I have clients that have never talked about their emotions. One of mine, the one that has such panic attacks, he's never really expressed his emotions. His father died when he was 5 years old. And it's interesting because the emotions are just flooding in, and thank God we have these techniques to kind of give him some release and to truly let it go and transform it into something that he never believed about himself. That he's a good person and he deserves healing, because there's that little voice, oh, you're not worthy. So anyway, you are worthy. The whole 3 people that are going to watch this, you are worthy, and we love you. And if you need help, just call on a fast EFT practitioner. Get help no matter what. I give a free consultation, about 30 to 45 minutes over the phone. If I can't be a good match for you, I'm going to find you somebody who is. So from your time to heal. Peace.